You alright lads, this is the GeordieJedi here, your man for all things Newcastle United. And quickly before I start, if there's a flash of lightning and a bit of thunder behind us, I apologise, it's the weather. There's fuck all I can do about it. We'll just have to, leave through it. I'll stop talking when the thunder comes around, so that you can still hear what I'm saying. Right, it's a review of Malaga versus Newcastle United in the Schalke 4 Cup. Malaga won 3-1. To be fair to the club and the players, I'm going to split this up into two halves. Because for those of you who watched it on Quest TV or otherwise, Quest TV had alright coverage by the way. Not brilliant, but not good really either. Those of you who have seen the match will understand why I'm doing it. First half was just shite. Seriously, royally pissed off with the first half. I could give something away, we can be a little bit easy on them because, they're still gelling, but really, the four players that were at fault were the back four. And the back four were all the players who have actually played together before. So, start from top to bottom, the attackers were crap, but they didn't get much service. Midfielders were crap. They got quite a bit of service, but the attackers and the midfielders kept giving it away. So this put pressure on the defenders. They had to, wait. They had to just keep pushing and pushing, and eventually it was always going to happen. Goalkeeper was good. I'm gonna say that straight away. Rob Elliott, first minute to the 90th was amazing. Did as well as we could expect really from any goalkeeper. Defenders, just shite. Seriously, the back four, they've all played together. They were just crap. I don't even understand why these guys have played together before and they were crap. First goal, there was not much they could do about it, not much Rob Elliott could do about it. Dida took basically a pot shot, went off the inside of the post and went in. Nothing anybody could do about that. Second goal, Steven Taylor allows the right winger, I think it was, to play him onside. If he'd just stayed in the back line, that right wing, this goal wouldn't have happened. That right winger would have been in a perfect position to be offside. But no, he lets him on. He takes a cross to the far back post where nobody's watching him. Yangan Biwas for some reason has went from right back to left back without us even noticing. And without anybody noticing, so Castillo just had to take a quick volley. And that was the end of it. Put it away, hit it into the ground, bounced over Rob Elliott. There wasn't much he could do about it. Third goal pissed me off, mainly because of Yangan Biwa again. A bit of clever passing from Malaga, they were doing alright. Ended up falling to Castillo again. Yangan Biwa was kind of watching a runner on the left, but he started walking. No, didn't even fucking try to get the ball off Castillo. No, he just walked, hit off his arse and went in. Good shot from Castillo in fairness, but you don't want to see a fucking defender walk. You've got to be shitting me when a fucking defender walks in front of him. I'm sorry, that I don't mind if they're putting the effort and they just play shite. That's bad. That makes us a bit angry, but at least the bugger tried. Yangan Biwa just fucking walked. So obviously first half 3-0 going in. Okay. Obviously really pissed off. The main problem was everybody just did not want to get injured. And I mean in every sense of that word. Not sticking a foot in, not pressuring them. They would not stand toe to toe with any Malaga players. And this is a Spanish league. All you have to do is stand toe to toe with in a Spanish league and you'll beat them. They're known for passing it around and a little bit of tricks. But if you stand toe to toe with them, you'll get the ball. So, obviously pissed off. Second half, a little bit lighter. Pardew must have had a word with them, saying attack them, take the buggers on. He made changes. He brought Riviere and quite a few people off really. He brought Perez and Armstrong off for Riviere, Sissoko off for Obertan, which actually turned out to be a good signing. Where the hell has Obertan come from in the past 2 games he's played? Seriously, out of nowhere, just amazing. He's probably the man of the match apart from Rob Elliott, really. Basically, changes. Funny enough, no changes to the back line. I think as Pardew just had a incredibly stern word with them and just told them, you put your damn head in. If you get kicked, I don't care. You put your damn head in to stop a goal, and you've done well for me. That's what he must have said, because that's pretty much exactly what happened. Midfielder started to get into it as well. He took Cabella off, which, good and bad in a sense. Cabella's only just joined the club. I don't think he was quite up to speed. Krul and Janmaat weren't quite up to speed as well due to the World Cup. You saw it when they were training. You know, there was something a little bit wrong. I think they've more just to come along for the experience and the chat and the training. You know, to get used to a couple of some of the new players. Anyways, okay, Obertan will win a corner. Colback takes it. I think it was Colback. Oh, here we go. Hold on. We're gonna wait a moment. It's best to wait. Gonna get? No? Oh, there we go. Hold on. I apologise about this. There's seriously nothing I can do, and it's about getting the video out, you know, nice and quickly. Okay, a nice small one. That was good. Okay, Colback takes it, passes it to Obertan, who cuts in on the right, cuts in towards the box, takes a shot, goes in. Outstanding. I mean, the power in the shot was probably its saving grace. The goalkeeper could have done better because he slid along and missed it by sliding along the wrong way. You know, I think he thought it was near post, but no. He could have done better, but quite frankly, I think the power of the shot took everybody by surprise. Took me by surprise. It was just boom. Seriously, where the hell has Obertan come from in these past two games? I know he was the only one basically that wasn't jet lagged because of New Zealand, but anyways, apart from that, we seemed a lot defensively. We were doing a bit better, although I think that was more the midfielders doing, really. I think the defenders kind of got it into the head, you know, stick your foot in, do your job. But, you know, the midfielders took a lot of pressure off them. Colback in particular. I know people might be a little bit dodgy towards Colback. I should point out he was a Newcastle fan to begin with, ended up playing for Sunderland and came back to Newcastle. So, you know, that's all good. I've got no problem with Colback. If he wants to play for Newcastle, good. If he wants to go back to Sunderland, it's up to him. Really. I prefer him not to. He did quite well. So, that was pretty much it. I mean, passing wise, we were a little bit better. Basically, we were going in for 50-50 chances was the main difference. You know, as soon as 50-50 chances came about, it was just all good. We did well. So, I'll finish off here. Overall, I'm somewhat annoyed. Because, you know, Malaga aren't the best Spanish team. They probably are best opponents we're going to come up against until Schalke tomorrow. But, you know, after this, it's, you know, Huddersfield, I think, after the Schalke Cup, and then Real Sociedad. So, you know, we're starting to come up against bigger teams. We've only come up against, you know, New Zealand, Australian teams, that kind of crap. So if we're gonna win them, then quite frankly, we should win them. But first real test, and we're half failed. If we'd played like that in the first half, or even just kept it to a draw in the first half, we would have won this game. So, looking forward to tomorrow. Because this, you know, shit should be sorted out for tomorrow. Hopefully, first half. It's been the GeordieJedi. Leave a like if you can, really helps. Subscribe if you want more. So long as there's Newcastle news, I will release it. A point on Hatton Ben Arfa. Pardew said, because Ben Arfa is my favourite player, Pardew said he's part of the team, but he needs to show professionalism coming from the man who nutted someone. But may the force be with you.